evening, everybody.
Good evening.
We are going to try out a steakhouse that we haven't had in such a long time.
Yes.
It's definitely worth a revisit.
It is. And if you are on the strip, or even if you're down here and you cannot find reservations to anywhere, usually this steakhouse is open, and I'm happy it's open because it is so good.
Yeah, I think it's under the radar.
It is.
You know?
It's one of those under the radar steakhouses.
And that happens to be Andiamo's Italian Steakhouse.
At the D.
Yes, right there at the D. So we have reservations right when they open at 5 o'clock.
Yeah.
We're going to go check it out.
We are. Andiamo's is located upstairs next to the escalators, right next to the restrooms too.
Yeah, here we go.
This one we love right here. This is the eggplant. It has roasted peppers in there, onions, very delicious, tomato base with their butter. And look at this basket of bread. It looks so delicious.
Yeah, look at that.
It's hard not to get filled up with bread when you come here, because this right here, the eggplant, is just glorious, along with that nicely done bread. That's like our meal, but we have to order something. The eggplant right here, you can see good chunks of eggplant. I have my bread all buttered up. I'm gonna stick this eggplant right there.
It is served cold and
It is
complimentary.
cold, and the bread is warm. Cheers. That tomato-based sauce is a little bit sweet. The eggplant, it's nice and rendered down. The onions in there matches so well with the tomato base, and the eggplant doesn't taste acidic at all. I love this cold. I can't imagine it warm, but this is amazing cold.
From the bread basket, I got like a toasted Parmesan, really crispy looking toast bread here. And of course I have to go for that eggplant and a little bit of, was that onion on there? Yeah, this is gonna be very crunchy, I could tell. Here we go. That is delicious. I'm sure all the bread here in this basket is very good, but I would personally recommend that toasted Parmesan, extra crispy toast right there. Very crunchy. The flavor of the cheese matches very well with this eggplant. It is a little bit on the sweet side. I get a little bit of sweetness from it, but it is delicious. You could just tell that it was marrying the flavors for a while. And look at that. Doesn't that look like a good bite? Right there. The hard part is trying not to eat too much of the bread, because we just placed our order and can't wait for that to come. And you know us, we're trying to save room for dessert too.
Pour the lobster bisque
Oh.
for you.
That's pretty pro.
Would you all like a little cracked pepper right on top?
Yes, please.
Sure.
So I'll go ahead and set this right in front of you.
Thank you so much. Got it. Thank you.
All right, perfect, thank you.
Would you like a little extra pepper on the caprese?
Yes, please. Beautiful looking. Thank you so much.
Pleasure. Couple plates to share that with you. All right, enjoy.
All right,
Thank
perfect.
you.
My pleasure. Bon appetito.
That was a great presentation.
It
service.
was. We're sharing the lobster bisque, so they were nice enough to split it to 2 separate bowls for us. You can smell, when this first came out, you can really smell the lobster in this lobster bisque. It looks like there's a little bit of like butter in there, and
Yes.
looks just like truffles right on top. So if they had a little bit cracked black on top, you can see those lobster bits right there. Let's go try this soup first. Oh wow, this is just like you're eating a lobster. This is delicious. It is divine. Gonna go ahead and mix not everything together. Stir that in here. I know it's just gonna make it more creamy. That soup, it has such a great flavor of lobster in there. Let's go ahead and get now
And
a
you know,
little
to
bit.
note that everything we're ordering today is for the first time.
Yes, we're trying to get it something new. I think we've had the tomahawk before though, but we haven't had it in a while. So let's get pieces of lobster in there. You can see the pieces of lobster in this bite. It just tastes exactly like I'm eating a lobster, but not getting my hands dirty. This is how good this lobster bisque is. If you're a lobster lover, you're gonna love this lobster bisque.
So I'm going to do the pro move and mix this butter or crema or something just to thicken up the broth a little bit. And you're right, I could see big pieces of lobster in here. There's one right there. So let's try this out. Yeah, it's pretty decadent. Not your regular typical lobster bisque. This is elevated to the fancy level. Yeah, almost have to go pinky out on this one. It's delicious.
We also got the Caprese salad that we are sharing. Look at this salad. I can't imagine one person doing this, but a lot of people do. I mean, because it's most likely that good. So I had the buffalo cheese. You can see the heirloom tomato. Let me get a little bit of this arugula and some shaved parmesan. Put it on top of my salad. And you can also see they have the balsamic here too. So let me get this, get that perfect bite going, and tell you what it tastes like. Doesn't that look heavenly, just glorious? That heirloom tomato is perfect on this salad. The arugula just cuts any of that richness out. Wow, this is delicious. You can taste that balsamic and really accents this perfectly. And this is healthy, right, baby?
Of course. I'm gonna slice into this. You're right, the mozzarella is very soft. Along with the tomato, you could tell the tomato has some meat to it. Oh yeah. Like you mentioned, very fresh, which of course we expect it to be. The presentation is beautiful on this. We were torn between getting other salads like the Caesar salad, a wedge, but I'm glad we went with this. A little bit different than we normally order, and I'm glad we did. I'm glad we tried it out.
And you're not even a tomato person, huh, babe?
Not really big, but everything works perfectly on this dish. This is a great starter to our main entree coming very soon.
All right, it's good. Thank you.
My pleasure. I'll just set that right in front of you.
Thank you.
Plate's a little hot.
Okay, this is a little course they give you right in the middle of your meal. Now this is complimentary. Look at those noodles. Wow, that pasta looks really nice and thin. Freshly grated Parmesan cheese right on top. It's warm. It's not extremely hot, so it's very easy to eat. It is very good. I couldn't say it's a palate cleanser, It has that good tomato taste though, and it doesn't have that strong acidic tomato taste. It could be a little bit of the cream in it and the butter in it maybe. This is a really good in the middle of a meal pasta.
Yes, and maybe that's the way it's a Italian steakhouse. That's your Italian influence there.
Maybe.
It's great. It has that almost like a vodka sauce, where it's the tomato sauce with cream. Noodles are cooked perfectly. Like you mentioned, not too acidic. What I'm missing here is one big meatball right there in the middle. That would make it like over the top. But it's served like this. We'll take it. Take it as is. It's a great intermezzo pasta. I think that's what he said.
So nice. 32-ounce tomahawk.
The big ziti and the zip sauce.
And the zip sauce.
And that
on the
elixir
side.
right there.
Can't forget the zip
You can't
Oh,
do
yeah.
the zip sauce. Perfect. Thank you so much.
Please enjoy.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you, chef.
Thank you.
Thank
Enjoy.
you. Thank you. We got the tomahawk. This tomahawk looks ginormous. Look at this bone in this tomahawk.
That is a
Wow.
long bone for sure.
You
Look at
can
that.
tell. We got it on a medium. Let's look at inside and see how it is cooked.
Yes, the chef, he cut it for us,
Yep,
right?
he cut it for us and he actually cooked this one for us. So he came out, he introduced it. Look at that. Perfect, huh, baby?
Oh, yeah.
Perfect medium. He cut it in for us. And we also got the lobster truffle baked ziti.
Oh, yeah, look at that. This is a meal in itself
Yes,
right here.
it is.
Look at
And
that.
all of their sides are shareable.
Well, it's definitely
So-
shareable.
So we're gonna divvy some of this up and we're gonna try it out. The zip sauce is a Detroit signature. It's a Detroit specialty
Yes.
right here.
Now, they could grill the steak with the zip sauce or have
Wow.
it separate on the side.
That zip sauce, you can taste the butter. This zip sauce is an Andiamo staple. You need to get the sauce with the steak, and here is the first bite. That steak, perfectly cooked, perfectly seasoned, a little bit of salt and pepper. It doesn't need anything else. This zip sauce, the staple for Andiamo, it has all of that butter and that goodness in there. It's kind of hard to explain, but you just have to get it. And then they have also other sauces like the béarnaise sauce and everything. But when you're here at Andiamo's, it's the zip sauce. It's where it's at. This meat, perfectly cooked, great chew to it. It almost melts in your mouth.
I did a little bit of research on the steaks they use here. The type of steak they use is a dry aged minimum 30 days. And the type of cuts that they receive at the restaurant is like the top 8% in the US. Take that, right? So now we're gonna dig into this steak. This is my first bite. This is what's known as the golden elixir of the gods right here. Right, look at that. Wow.
Wow, look at that.
Yeah. Yeah. We usually don't get steak sauce, but when you come here, we highly recommend getting the zip sauce. At least on the side, so you could just try it out. But it's great. One of the best things to come out of Detroit, zip sauce.
This is the lobster and truffle baked ziti. This, you can see, it is shareable. All of your sides are shareable. This thing is humongous. So I'm gonna go ahead and get that ziti out right here. That's the pasta portion of it. You can smell the truffle in here. You can taste that truffle in there, which It's usually a really strong flavor for truffle. It has also big pieces of lobster in there as well. This is very good, but be warned, it's a meal in itself. So with this accompanied with the steak, we're gonna be extremely full. So this would be perfect if you had like a third person here, huh, baby?
Or maybe even a fourth.
Or even a fourth.
You know, what's popular with a lot of steakhouses is like lobster mac and cheese, but
Yes.
this is a different take on it.
Yes. So this lobster and truffle big ziti, I highly recommend. Very good. The cheese is very mild. The noodles are cooked perfectly. Good pieces of lobster. The truffle comes through. So if you're not a truffle fan, you're not going to like this one because you can really taste that truffle flavor, but it's not overpowering. Delicious. Have to do it. Have to take a bite of this bone right here. Here we go.
Keep it classy, babe.
That's a good bone.
Dessert cart we just bring out. We let you choose what you'd like. We make a nice homemade tiramisu. We make that in-house with amaretto and lady fingers, soaked in espresso. Homemade creme brulee. We add a little Grand Marnier to ours. Vanilla creme brulee. Chocolate hazelnut cake. Cannoli cream filling, chocolate chips, cherry on there. We have our coconut cake, real nice coconut cake, served in a key lime style sauce. The cheesecake will come with berries on top and a little raspberry sauce as well. And this one is called cassata. It's Italian wedding cake, pistachio with mascarpone and chopped pistachios on top.
Today we're trying out their freshly made tiramisu. This looks beautiful. Look at the pretty strawberries. They put them in little flowers. Here's a ladyfinger. They have freshly whipped cream. This is all done in-house. I'm so ready to dig into this. I'm such a tiramisu fan. Here we go.
And we did get a couple cups of coffee to match.
Yeah. See all the layers in there. The mascarpone, the espresso dipped ladyfingers in there. Very light, very flavorful, creamy from the mascarpone. You can taste every bit of that ladyfinger. You can really taste that coffee as well. Wow. This is one of the better tiramisus I've had. It's delicious.
Here's that ladyfinger right here. Chocolate dip, like dark chocolate. Now they have a lot of, as you saw, they have a lot of desserts here. So we tried the coconut cake and the creme brulee. So we said, hey, let's get something different this time. You know, every time you take that first bite of anything, whether it's a main appetizer or dessert, you know it's going to be delicious all the way through after the first bite. There's no disputing, there's no thinking about it. As soon as this goes inside of your mouth, it is a party. That was an amazing meal.
Yeah, very under the radar place. I totally recommend Andiamo's. The service is, of course, perfect.
Yeah, our server Danny, he was on point.
Yes,
Yeah,
he was.
excellent service.
So we're on the patio area. All of the bands started. Like you know, all of the bands started. So we're gonna go check it out.
That is going to wrap up our quick 20-hour trip here to Vegas.
It was a lot of fun.
It was, and thank you for joining us for dinner at Andiamo's.
Yes, that was amazing.
Yes.
Now Vegas is busy. I mean, this is a Tuesday night, and it's really busy down here.
It is.
The bands do play at night, but if few of them start a little later.
Yeah, only
Right?
Tony Marquez started at 8.
At 8 o'clock. I believe
Yeah.
the other ones start maybe at 9 or 10 o'clock.
Probably.
And on the weekends, they play from like 2 o'clock on. It's all day for the
Right,
weekends.
right. You have any shout outs, babe?
I do. John and Sandra, happy anniversary. Lou and Amy, happy anniversary. Richard, happy birthday. Mickey and Keith Parker, we just saw them.
Yes.
Thank you so much for saying hi. They're from Tennessee.
Yes,
thank
yes,
you so
thank
much
you.
for saying hi. And Mark, and I forgot his partner from the Bay Area. Thank you so much
Yes.
for stopping and saying hi. And
Yeah.
all those people that have seen us and say hi to us, huh, baby?
Yeah,
We've never taken so many pictures in our lives.
It was fun though. We love it.
We love it. If you see us, we will stop and take a picture. We'll stop and give out hugs. We're pretty friendly.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, thanks everybody for watching our Vegas adventures. If you missed part 1, be sure to check that one out.
Yeah, and don't forget to like and subscribe, guys.
Absolutely. Until our next adventure, we'll catch you guys in the next one.